My name is Hazel Quintero, and here is the future establishment of a community or youth center presenting by CARAS. So this is the introduction. My name is Hazel. I'm a 16-year-old youth advocate and intern at CARAS. And here's Xavier.
Hi, I'm Xavier Garcia. I'm also a youth advocate / youth mentor. Happy to be here.
So this is our project, and for the further slides, we're going to be explaining to you guys what are we trying to achieve and what are our goals and visions for this project. So for those who don't know, what is a youth center? A youth center is a social and recreational space primarily for kids between the ages of 11 and 18 through a variety of activities. The center promotes youth the opportunity to grow in their physical, social, emotional, and cognitive capacities, as well to experience success, leadership, fun, friendship, and recognition.
Click it right. All right, there we go. How would a youth center help? So in addition to hosting an unstructured social interaction, sorry to steal the thing from you, between various age groups, the youth center may offer educational sessions in a secure, supervised setting. By offering emotional support, pleasant experiences, social skills, and relationship-building chances, adolescents can also develop assets. Having increased supervision will result in giving kids a sense of security and lessen the likelihood that they will be left unaccompanied with their friends after school. By promoting personal safety and reducing risky behaviors like smoking or drug misuse, staff supervision is focused on developmental connections, can help foster healthy youth development by creating an atmosphere where children can learn and thrive.
So community readiness. As a result of CARA's belief in the value of having a youth center, our organization was able to canvass the neighborhood to determine whether there is a need for a youth center in Gilroy. And over the course of the last 9 months, we have obtained over 500 petitions, signatures, and over 130 surveys. It is important to note also that we've had numerous support from community businesses located downtown Gilroy. And up on the screen, it shows the declaration of petition that was stated on top of every single petition paper that people signed.
Youth engagement. So since Youth Center involves majority youth, CARA's youth enrolled in programs are able to help canvass for a youth center at some of our local schools, such as Gilroy High School, Christopher High, Brownell. And upon petitioning at those schools, we noticed that a lot of kids, 85% of the youth that signed the petitions, actually didn't even know what a youth center was. So we had to do a little bit of explaining to them what it is and what it does.
So the preferred location of a youth center. So CARAS believes that a youth center would be most successful if it were situated someplace on the Gilroy's east side. This is due to the fact that the east side neighborhoods have a larger population density and a higher percentage of at-risk youth than any other section in the city.
We thought it would be a good idea just to list off a few of the apartments located near the San Ysidro Youth Center or Cultural Center, whatever it goes by now. The following slide lists a few apartment complexes in the east side of Gilroy where the San Ysidro Youth Center resides. This supposed youth center is not accommodated for the space needed for families in the area with the measurement of 2,090 square feet, around 26 by 80. Mind you, it has a big bathroom and it takes up a good portion of the space.
So these are the apartments we got listed off of the city's website. So this sums up of a total, quote unquote, of 1,212 low-income apartments. And I say quote unquote because we personally went in person and we went around all of Gilroy, and there is a lot more apartments than they are listed here. And it does not provide a safe space for all the children and youth who live in these complexes.
Just to give you a little bit more insight on the petition surveys that we were doing, we asked the following questions on the survey. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you need a youth center here in Gilroy? Of course, 1 being the lowest, not at all, 10 being very much needed. Do you think crime rates would go down if a youth center was built? Followed by, do you think a youth center would have a positive influence on kids? And as you can see, 109, so 78% completely agreed that a youth center is very much needed here in Gilroy, followed by 14% on 9, and then another lower numbers that I won't mention. Do you think crime rates would go down if a youth center was built? And of course, about the same number, 101, 72% completely agree that crime rates would go down, followed by another 14% and 7.9%. The last question, do you think a youth center would have a positive influence on kids? Again, with the 72% completely agreeing, 10 out of 10, that it will have a positive influence on kids, followed by 19% and 3.6%.
So the following slides here list data from numerous reports that we've received stating that over the course of a couple, like 4 or 5 years, Gilroy has maintained in a high spot for duplicated arrests and citations and youth justice. So this one is 2018 on the left, and it's at 273. Obviously, we have a smaller population compared to San Jose's zip codes. And on the right, it's from 2017. And even though we're not in the top 3, we're in top 4, top 5, and with a huge number of 204 duplicated arrests and citations. These ones are from also late 2018 going into 2019. As you can see here, it's 273 arrests compared to San Jose, which is 200, 193. And right here, it's from 2020. Although we were in quarantine and COVID hit during the pandemic, there was still a high number of youth arrests. As you can see, the number is 182 for duplicated arrests. And during that time, there was 53 admissions to juvenile hall. Also right here, this is the most recent one from 2021. As you can see on the left picture, is the misdemeanor status and infraction count for top 10 zip codes. Gilroy was still number 1 at 47. Although the picture on the right says it's San Jose, but that's all the zip codes combined. And right here on the arrest and citations geography in 2021, Gilroy has a 51% of felonies and 43% of misdemeanors. And right here, you can see that all the arrests and citations in South County from 2017 to 2021, although they do lower, Gilroy is still the highest in all South County. And on the right, you can see that 66% of all the arrests and citations in 2021 are Latino youth.
Youth center effectiveness. So community centers have been shown to reduce crime. One 20-year study conducted in 264 cities by New York University showed that in a city with 100,000 residents, every 10 nonprofit reduced the homicide rates by 9%, lowered violent crimes by 6%, and decreased property crime. Now, although Gilroy is around 70%, I feel like a youth center would hold a lot of programs that would help youth, whether it's through leadership programs or mental health programs. I think we can get the same effect.
So there was one study conducted in San Jose, which is a city very close to us, which is called the Strong Neighborhoods Initiative. And one project that they did was that they implemented youth centers in every single hotspot of the city. And so it empowered residents from 19 low-income and ethnically diverse neighborhoods to propose and prioritize improvement projects in their neighborhoods. So San Jose invested $104 million to implement more than 75 of the residents' proposed projects. In this 10-year span, the Strong Neighborhoods Initiative opened up the decision-making process to a new group of residents and let them set the agenda and priorities for projects in their neighborhood rather than voting on proposals and originated at the city level. The program's design empowered residents and created an expectation that community members will be actively involved in decisions that will affect their lives and their neighborhoods. The initiative produced a new generation of neighborhood and community leaders, and some went on to become city council members and became part of commissions and citywide task force.
San Jose Strong Initiative, continuing that. For several decades, the city of San Jose grew rapidly outward. During the 1980s and the 1990s, the city concentrated on creating new suburban divisions and downtown high-rise housing to help accommodate the booming population. But between the areas lay 19 older, blighted neighborhoods that suffered from high crime rates and aging infrastructures. In the late 1990s, the city of San Jose set out to bring equity in terms of resources and attention to these low-income, ethnically diverse areas. The city launched the Strong Neighborhoods Initiative in partnership with the local redevelopment agencies in 2000s. The initiative was designed to not only revitalize the neighborhoods, but also to engage the people living there.
So the city designed $100 million of redevelopment funding for the blighted neighborhoods without specific restrictions on how the money would be sent. City leaders followed the 3 guiding principles for the downtown neighborhood process. So 1 is to listen to people, recognize that neighbors know more about their neighborhood than you do. 2, build on existing strengths and assets. And 3, respond to community priorities as part of the process. So that ends with our presentation. We would both like, and CARAS would like to thank you guys for taking the time to listen to us. And we would further like to discuss on how we can make this project happen, such as putting this project on a bond. Thank you.
We have some of our sources, just in case if anybody wants to check out where we got our information. The Animal Justice Juvenile Report from 2017 up to 2021. I forgot, I think I left out, oh yeah, here's also the San Jose Strong Neighborhoods Initiative Empowerment Residence. If you guys would like to check it out, free, you're more than able to. I left out one, I forgot to add it, but for the study the 20-year study that New York University set out, I could send you all the link if you guys would like to check out their data and how they got it. I believe that is all. So thank you very much, council members. I appreciate you all taking out the time to listen to us. It means a lot. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, do you have if you have a question?
Yeah,
Sure.
I actually had a question. First of all, thank you guys for that presentation. I commend you on your speaking skills. Very, very good. And I appreciate all the detailed information. I mean, I'm sure you put a lot of work into it. And maybe you guys can teach me how to do this PowerPoint presentation because I just can't do them. In regards to the questions and the results, can we get a copy of those questions? And
Yes, we actually do have our surveys saved up and our petitions also saved up. So
Okay.
we can get those to you guys whenever you'd like.
great. If you can send them, I mean, I know I want a copy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also to add on that, so on top of the 3 questions from the survey, there's also 5 questions that are opinionated.
Right.
Like they put their own opinion
Oh,
in.
yeah.
We ask the question and it's their own opinion written.
Yeah.
So it's like not numbers.
I would love to see those if possible. Thank
For
you.
sure, man. Anybody else have any questions before we go sit down? All right, thank you.